Nipigia simu nasema nitakuja, ukisema nikuja jioni tutanunua chuma mama, tupendane mpaka kufa. Hey baby, mapenzi ya leo naogopa, kwanza waribu wangolopa, unaweka mitego kwenye mapa ulo, inaweka nitega sitakata, nitakupa mama, nitachanga, nitaiba, tupendane mpaka kufa, tupendane mpaka kufa. Sheri, mama, baby, yeah, nakufa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to E Squared one more time. And if you're a first viewer, karibu sana to our channel. Make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about this page. Hit the subscribe button, of course, and turn your notification bell in case we put out our content out for you guys. Na kama wewe ni ule viewer wetu wa kawaida manze, thank you so much for always keeping it squared right here on YouTube from 2 p.m. every Saturday. And we love you guys so much, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Karibuni sana, man. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week, manze. It's E-squared o'clock. They call me Pinches the Entertainer.
And my name is Carolina Cheno.
Karibuni sana, manze. Tumewamiss sana. Sijui wiki yako imekuaje, manze. Kama unatuwatch for the first time, kunaendanga hivi. Wewe, unaona wewe? Aya, niangalie, unaniona vizuri? Sawa. Chukua simu. Sawa? Na kuona ukichukua, au usiende WhatsApp, chukua tu simu. Ingia YouTube. Aya, hapo. Umeshaingia YouTube. Tafuta E_squared TV. Ukishafika hapo, leave us a comment, manze. Tuambie unatuwatch kutoka wapi? Unataka tu big up nani? Is it a birthday? Tunaweza celebrate birthday, tuambie mtu happy birthday, si ndio?
Yeah, na this
Tell us
subscribe too.
Tell us what's going on. Remember, don't forget, most importantly, finya tu your bell hapo. Notifications weka on. Anytime tunaingia live utakuwa unatuona, si ndio?
Yeah. Pinches, before we get the show going, the first artist mwenye ametuperformia cover ya Okelo Max. Ni nini inakuua wewe?
Manzi. Hiyo wimbo ni zile wimbo zenye unafaa tu usikize ukiwa mfuko imejaa.
By mfuko imejaa
Pesa, obvious pesa. Unajua we don't beg, but we say. Mfuko imejaa manoti hivi hapa na pale, unasikia tu fiti. Positive vibes all the way, ndo? Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that guy will be coming back after a short while. You guys will want to watch out for him because that guy is super, super amazing. Yeah. He has that killer voice, yeah?
Akona sauti fiti.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to his performance, ndo?
Yeah.
So what do we have lined up for the show?
First of all, how has your week been?
My week was amazing. No low lights, positive vibes all the way. Nimekuwa tu na mashughuli hapa na pale, so unajua hii ni Kanairo, lazima tutafute. Pia lazima tutese kidogo hapa na pale. Nothing much. KCP results zilitoka, by the way.
KCP results zilitoka and interesting, ama tuseme funny enough, public schools wali lead and girls were on the top notch.
My boy, rada ni gani manzi.
And to add on that, actually did you know that Kilifi County last year from January to May, they recorded around over 3,000 cases of teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, by the
And ladies winning from that county was a big win for them because, I mean, if we can do this, why not focus on it? So
true.
Big up to the ladies from Kilifi County, Manze. You guys have made us proud. And to all the KCPE candidates when you'll find exams this year, last year, 2020, congratulations to you all. And we wish you the very best in everything that you do from now on. Sindo?
Yeah. So, leo tunaletea nani? Kwa show?
Leo, tuko na huyo Angachi. He'll be coming back. Yeah. And we also have a counseling psychologist. Remember, this month we've been talking about health and fitness. Tumeshaenda gym. Yeah. We have that. We are fit. Tusha kula the right food. We had a nutritionist last week. So this week, we are talking about your psychological and emotional bit. We want to keep you fit as well, sindo? Yeah.
Na kuna watu wako ndani ya nyumba sijimboro na saa. We have an amazing, a dynamic duo. Acha tunuwaite hivyo. A dynamic duo. Wanatesa. Manze, these ladies, like industry inafa kufeel threatened because wanakam na pesa ingine yenye wata make records. So tunawangoja sana. Sitaki hata kusema ni kina nani. Wacha tu wakam, wakishafika ndio tutakuwa tuna introduce properly, sindo?
Yeah, na leo we are vibing to the good vibes, manze. It's an all good vibe show, yeah?
Also don't forget tulikuwa mtaani na Basta Move. Ndio, tulikuwa tunonoka, tutakuwa tunaona tulikuwa tunafanya nini, what were we up to, sindo? Yeah.
We have so much for you guys. And before we even go further, we'd love to introduce our first artist of the day. He goes by the name Angachi. You've heard his cover of Nakufa. We are yet to experience that sasa bit of him. His songs, his originality. Ile yake sasa, sindo? Yeah. So without further ado, allow us to introduce
ANGACHI. Performing for the first time on E_squared TV on YouTube.
when she's feeling low. In a corner she sees just to be alone. And the tears she cry only a pillow knows. These days when the clouds are dark, there's a mom who struggles every day and night. There's a dad who drinks just to relieve his fight. And there's a boy who doesn't know what his future holds. These days when the clouds are dark, na anashika tama akiuliza mbona kwa machozi ya huzuni analia, na anashika tama akiuliza mbona na kwa machozi ya huzuni analia. Basi ngoja kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Nasema kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Basi ngoja kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Nasema kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Naenda kunahisi maisha yazidi kuwa janga la huzuni, hauna haja na mbona takupa unachotaka sana kwa wakati wake sawa, wakati wake. Basi usife moyo, jua litawaka na litaondoa huzuni, takuletea furaha. Basi usife moyo, jua litawaka na litaondoa huzuni, takuletea furaha. Basi ngoja kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Basi ngoja kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Nasema kesho, kesho utakuwa sawa. Nasema kesho, kesho utakuwa
Amazing, amazing. We, kesho tutakuwa sawa, si ndio?
Yeah, itakuwa sawa.
Yeah, manze, you are blessed. Thank you so much. First of all, for coming to our show. Yeah.
I'm humbled to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not used to this, but yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, okay. So, guys, introducing Angachi, performing for the very first time on our space at E_squared. But before we get into the interview, did you know that pigs do not sweat? Yeah. Pigs do not sweat because they are not born with sweat glands. And that's why in most cases, when they need to cool off, utawapata wakipaddle in a mud. They paddle in mud to cool off. Yeah. So, let's talk about that performance. Tell us about that song.
Well, this song was inspired by me to write it. There's a story behind this song.
Okay.
I remember this time I was very, very helpless on a sick bed. And I thought I wouldn't make it. But after I did, this is the first thing that came to my mind. Like, let me write something to inspire me and also someone who is out there who has lost hope, who has lost faith. And it really speaks to me. It's the first song I ever recorded in my entire musical life. And I'm feeling very proud about it. I'm very proud to write this song, to complete and arrange it all by my own. And yeah, so far my best achievement so far.
Okay. So are you comfortable talking about that moment when you're on that hospital bed? What went wrong?
Yeah, it happened actually 6 years ago. I was in Form 1. I joined Form 1, I think 3 months after I was declared I have acute leukemia. And that, to me, it was a shock. I thought my life would be, I grow up, I be a man, I be a family guy, I grow old, I die, I leave a legacy out here. But the moment when the doctor told me, you're not going to make it, you have a few time here remaining, so use the best out of it. I was scared for the first time in my life. I never felt that scared. Like, it was very, very, very traumatizing for me. And I had to go through stress at a teenage age. And yeah, luckily I had my family, my brother, my mom, my sister, my dad. They were there to support me, help me go through this. And in a way, they also felt what I was feeling psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. And yeah, I still love them till today. And it took me 3 years. I went through the surgeries, the chemotherapy, the radiotherapy. It wasn't easy. It was actually tough. And I remember we were 10 of us with different stages of cancer and different diagnosis of cancer. But out of the 10, I was the one who survived. Yeah. So I was the lone survivor. So when I even wake up every morning, there's a reason why I should just say thank you. There's a reason why I just be grateful. I just don't complain every day. I don't have this, I don't have this. But the fact that I have life, the fact that I can just see, the fact I can just do anything, whatever I want, is all I want. No.
So I want to take you far back a little.
Yeah.
At that particular point, you're the only one who has survived out of the 10 people when you're diagnosed with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
How did you heal? What was going through your mind at that particular point when you see everyone else go down, you're the only one who's surviving?
It was, hi, I think I've went through hell here on earth. And to a moment where I can see someone who's on my, like you're right here next to me, and you just go. And the next day you see someone there going and going. And I'm always like, okay, where am I going? When am I going? I was sometimes asking God that question, when am I going? Because this time I'm seeing these drugs are not working on these people. So maybe I'm the next. So every day I was waking up and like, oh, I'm alive. Okay, thank God. I'm alive. Every day I'm alive. So the reason why I'm saying I'm so grateful for every day that I'm waking up and there's no complications. Like, I can breathe well, I can see, I can eat, I can hear, I can smell, no, I can taste. No. It's very what can I say? Rhetorical, or it's very hypothetical how people take life for granted. You can wake up in the morning and say, aki mimi sijakula, mimi sijafanya hii, aki mimi na feel too heavy. But you one day just go to the hospital, just go to the mortuary, in fact, and just see those people who are crying, who have lost their loved ones. Then you'll have a reason to just say, hey, anyway, hey, hii life naisha, at least mimi naishi, ule hajaishi. So I usually take life not for granted, but I thank God every moment I get. Even when I'm here, I'm grown now. Like, I feel so happy. Like, I'm grown now. Now I think I can plan my future ahead. how I will want it to be. And yeah, so that's why I'm grateful.
Okay. We are very sorry for what you went through, but at this particular point, are you
No,
fully
no,
okay?
don't apologize. Why are you apologizing? No, why are you apologizing?
It's a scary space to be in, and you having witnessed it at first hand, first really means something. Yeah.
Yeah, it meant something, but
Mm.
I don't like people apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry for
Okay.
what?
Okay.
I'm already here, right? Yeah, it's in the past. It's happened. I don't think it's gonna happen again. I pray it doesn't happen again, but we move on regardless. See,
So right now, do you ever get scared?
I don't get scared because I know I have a God who is there to encourage me. And for if you have that God who that one thing that makes you keep going on and going on, you don't have to feel scared. Yeah.
So you've mentioned that first song, Kesho. You recorded it at that particular point. Would you say that hiyo ndio ili kickstart journey yako ya kuwa musician, ama is it something you always wanted to be?
I had this talent when I was a kid, but I didn't take it seriously. But when I was told that okay, this disease has went to remission, my first idea was okay, I know God has given me a reason to be here. There's a reason why He chose me to stay. And I started realizing, okay, what is it that God has given me so that I can use it as an instrument? I knew I had a voice. I had to sharpen my gift. I sharpened my singing gift. I sharpened my playing, and actually, it happened effortlessly. And to a surprise, it's something good. But I know people are struggling to sing and play, but to me, it happened just even too. So I was like, okay, let me just do it. Okay, which song? Okay, which song should I write? Then, mind you, the lyrics of that song are actually the words that my brother, my mom, my sister actually told me, and I put them into writing. Some of my second, my bridge is actually my brother's words. There's this time he told me, look at this picture. You see, there's a sunrise out there, and there's a sunset. So he told me every problem will have a sunrise and have a sunset, and your miracle will come as a sunrise, and it did. And actually, that was so powerful. This song is very powerful for me. I don't know about
It
you,
is very
but
powerful.
it's very powerful for me. I always love this song. I can sing this song anywhere, any day. So yeah, that's how I got to singing now.
Okay, so how many songs so far?
I've recorded 2 songs. Okay, not two. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost count. I think I've recorded five songs. 3 are collaborations with another poet. His name is Cardiac. He's good, by the way. You should form later.
Tutamleta.
Yeah. So and 2 are my singles, the Kesho, and there's this another one iko inapikwa inatengenezwa hapo. It's called Bahaya.
Okay.
It's also talks about how stored life is all about.
Yeah.
And how I was told by my brother, by my sister, by everyone who I've come across. And actually, I don't know, I think you like it, you love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 2 songs, and I have also like 7 songs unrecorded. So soon you'll start hearing me out there. I sing, nilijua huyu mtu.
Amen. So, would you mind taking us through your journey from that first song, Kesho, to mpaka sahi? Umefanya, you did cover ya Okello. That song is so nice, yeah? When you may bring out, as in, there's just a spark about it. So, would you mind taking us through that journey?
Okay, yeah. So in the year 2017, I auditioned for a music scholarship program in Nairobi. I was in Mombasa. I'm from Coast, by the way. Went to Mombasa. It was 001 Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Yeah, so from Mombasa, I got a call from Kasanga. You know Kasanga, Jaffe Kasanga. I've heard of it.
Heard of
Yeah.
Kasanga.
Gave me a call and told me, okay, I need you in Nairobi for a scholarship program. You're going to study music. So I went there to study music. I studied how to play guitar. I knew how to sing, but actually learning never ends. So I kept learning. I sharpened my skill of playing. In the year 2018, I graduated from Kasanga School of Music, the certificate of music. Now I can write music, I can play, I can read also. 2018, I also got another favor from Sauti Academy. Yeah, her name is Natalie Lukena. She's an amazing soul. She sponsored me to study at Sauti Academy as a singer and as an instrumentalist for the students and also as a performer. Yeah, I studied Sauti Academy for a year. I graduated also. And that's where everything started becoming so real and so perfect for me. 2019, I was featured in East Africa's Got Talent.
Ooh, wow.
I know. That look on your face. Yeah, so East Africa Got Talent. I was there before Judge Jeff Koinange, Gaitonga, Vanessa Mde, and DJ Makeda. I did what I do best. And I'm happy they loved it. Yeah, to me, life is like a ladder. I'm climbing up slowly. And also met met celebrities like Eric Wanaina, Helen Mtawali. I've been in TV competition like KTN I Can Sing. I've also been there. I've been with 10 over 10 Citizen TV. I think the list is too many. Like nachanganyikiwa. Yeah. So my life, my journey, my musical journey has been good so far, though there are challenges. Like right now, Corona may strike. Musicians are not performing anywhere live. Restaurants, those people are doing arts wanaumia sahi. But despite the challenges, everything must have a challenge. Yeah, everything must have a challenge. So you just need to have the perseverance and the endurance to go through it. Yeah.
So what was the experience? Ukiwa pale East Africa's Got Talent, KTN's I Can Sing. What was the experience?
Wow.
Was it that bad?
No, it wasn't bad. Having butterflies in your stomach, it's not good. I have to tell you, having butterflies in your stomach is not good. And you need, as a performer, you need to have that feeling. You need to explain those. That how did you feel? I nearly feel bad before performing, but after I did my show, it actually wasn't that bad. But I think one of the shocking events was the East Africa Got Talent. I've never performed to an audience of 500 people looking at me like this.
I know.
500 people, and I can see my brother right there, like, Angachi. My mom is there. I've never felt that fear, that fright. And I was there, my leg was so shaking. Nimechoma mbele ya watu live. See, recorded the live. So, but I had to get my cool together. If you have that ability, then it's good for you. Yeah. I know some artists don't have that. I'm not saying that ni wabaya or they don't know how to do this stuff. I know it's actually normal for an artist to have this feeling. But where? 500 people, 500. Anyway, watu hapa, watu kule juu, and there's cameras zinaenda huku na huku, and like the lights. I think I wasn't ready for that, but yeah, I did what I do best.
Yeah. So let's talk about those butterflies. After after that performance, you've performed, you've done what you do best. What happened after that?
Everyone stood up and started clapping and like, what? I felt like the world should just open up and just sink in there. But it's one of the best feelings that I had in my life. People appreciating what I do best and people love me for what I do. And yeah, those butterflies actually, they have an advantage despite doing a disadvantage.
You know, those butterflies tend to make you even avail yourself more because, when you're shy or when you have that fear, and
I had to put that behind.
You can't do anything.
I'm actually you can't believe, but I'm actually a polite person and a shy person. I don't like performing in front of people I don't know. And just expressing me is actually hard to someone who I know rather than someone I don't know. So if I don't know you, I can express myself the way I want. But if I know you, that thing like atani judge, atanichukulia aje, But it's something I didn't have. Performing in front of people, I didn't know how to do that. It was very, very tough. My self-esteem was very, very down at the moment.
Okay.
So getting that esteem up is not easy. And with I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. No, I think I was born for this.
Yeah. So you prefer opening up to strangers? Is it because someone has ever judged you before, Aba?
No, it's not about judging. It's about how these people will start making fun of me. I don't like making fun of me. This guy is a cartoon. I don't like making fun of me. Especially my family members have that the ability to do that, or that habit of doing that.
Okay.
Especially my brother. Bro. Yeah, so opening up to such kind of, but it came to a point I had to just accept to who I am and what is coming on my way and what I'm going to meet up front. And I said, okay, let me just do. Wakisema waseme watalala usiku.
You've done your part, yeah?
I've done my part,
Oh,
yeah.
So like did you sing came after your East Africa Ghost Talent or the other way around?
Sorry, what?
Did you sing? I Can Sing on Kitchen.
Yeah, I Can Sing
Which
was the
came-
first TV competition I
Okay.
ever participated. It happened in the same year, by the way.
Okay.
I Can Sing was in January 2019. East Africa Got Talent was in August 2019.
Yeah.
And I gained a lot of experience there. I Can Sing again how to be a performer, how to dress.
What do you mean how to dress? They like teach you also how you're supposed to dress.
No.
Uh-huh.
No, as a performer, you see someone going to perform on stage.
Uh-huh.
Na amedunga yake yote sema we. Sasa huwa mavazi tayari shampatia point. Mimi nimevaa sijui akala, sijui na short. And like, yeah, how to be as your presence as an artist. Now, if you're an artist, you're a brand. You're selling yourself out there. And if you sell yourself, you must have the thing that will catch someone's eye.
Okay.
Yeah, so how to be a performer. And also, I wasn't a performer back then. I was a singer, a good one, but a soulful singer, a recording artist, not a performing artist. Now I am both.
Okay.
I grew. Yeah, I think that's what I learned so far as to be a performer, how to brand yourself as an artist. Yeah.
So how does your family feel about you right now?
Yeah, they're very proud of me. Hey. They're very proud of me. In fact, my brother kwa gari yake anaita song zangu tu. Mtu akiingia unalimba song. That's my brother.
Amen.
That's my brother. They support me. My mom also supports me. My sister supports me. My sister-in-law supports me. Even my little niece loves my song, though I she's 7 months. Yeah, but anapenda song zangu. So that's a sign that I need to do more of what I'm doing, and I don't need to stop. I don't want to stop. I'm not stopping. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah. So what would you say is your greatest fear? You as Angachi, what is your greatest fear?
As Angachi or as Mark? Okay.
No,
There are two people. There's Mark and there's Angachi.
Tuanzie kwa Angachi first and then tuende kwa Mark.
Okay, Angachi, my greatest fear is losing my purpose as an artist.
Okay.
I don't want to lose my focus on what I'm doing. If I'm going to do gospel music, I need to stick to gospel. I don't want to go to gospel and if gospel, okay. Music industry somehow is all about the money. But if you're doing something because of the money, you're a prisoner in your own mind. If I'm doing something out of goodwill, the reason why I'm doing music is I need someone out there to feel what I'm feeling. I need to connect with you virtually and even on stage. So I don't want to lose my focus. My fear is to losing the focus on what I'm doing as Angachi.
Mm-hmm.
But as that other guy, my greatest fear is losing my loved ones, especially my family. I don't want to lose their trust. I don't want to lose them specifically. I don't want to lose everything good out of them because they have been in my life since the day I came out. They're still in my life since today. and they were going to be in my life even in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family sticks together, right?
Always and forever.
So, have you ever performed with a live band before?
Yeah, and I
Uh-huh.
can sing. I performed with a graffiti band. Yeah, but I think mostly I'm one man band.
Okay.
I love playing for myself because I understand myself. I have this tendency of these guys don't understand how I want my sound, how I want my song to sound like. But me, I can say, if I want to do jazz, I'll just do jazz. If I want to do reggae, I'll do reggae. Funny enough, I can do all genres of music, and yeah, there's that I won't say security between me and my guitar, between me and how I want my sound to be like. Yeah, but adjusting, I know as a musician we have to adjust. Even Beyonce performs with a band. Like you have to adjust. These things need to adjust. So I'm slowly adjusting. Now think I'm letting in bands playing for me. I'm slowly like this guy. This guy was wanafanya kazi sawa. Was oh hey, wanafanya kazi poa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, yeah, I will depend on others to play for me.
Okay. So apart from security and not feeling like the band will play your songs the way you want them to be played, is there another reason as to why you prefer being you, your solo, and your guitar?
Yeah, another reason why I prefer being myself is I can see my vision and I can make any decision without anyone else interfering with my decisions or my motives or what I'm doing. And as a single artist, I understand myself better than as a band. Uh, Even let's say, for instance, I'm having these guys,
Black boy band.
Black Boy Band.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If I'm having Black Boy Band, this guy has a different vision for this band. This guy has a different vision for this band. So we all have different visions. But if I'm solo, I only have one vision. Because in a band, it's not guaranteed you're going to be there for a long time. So it's all is trying. I love Source because of their consistency and they only have one vision. But working in a band to me there's that limitation of people having not this having not okay, people not having the same vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does being solo come with any challenges?
Yeah, solo has challenges.
Mhm.
Especially if you're not a producer, you need someone to play for you. Yeah. Like in a studio I need someone to play for me bass. I don't know anyone because I've not made connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, piano, drums. So to me, I always have that ability to make connections with guys. Like I can call this guy. Unaweza play piano kwa song yangu. Yeah, I can play the Bran or Yunga here. I can call this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just has limitations of not knowing other elements that can make your sound or make your music sound more better.
Okay. I want to throw it to the deepest end
Yeah.
of all your songs. Utasema gani ndio your favorite apart from Tua Kesho, apart from Kesho? Which is your favorite song?
Inaitwa Bahaya.
Okay.
Bahaya is a song, I think I've already said this. Okay, let me just say it again. Bahaya is a song about how people telling you life is all about. Someone will tell you, by the hii dunia siku hizi, watu wameharibika sana. Ungeto kambia dunia, the world is so beautiful, the world, go and explore everything you want. Some will tell you, jamani, this world, watu wanasema, wanawake ni hivi, wanaume ni hivi. Like you sing, like you are saying today, toxic masculinity, gender-based violence. It's not something good, but I always write my music to what I'm seeing out there. That's one of my inspiration to write music. Like there's a song I've written about gender-based violence. There's a song I've written about police brutality. There's a song I've written about life. There's a song I've written about hope. So yeah, I think what I'm seeing out here is an inspiration to write a song.
Okay. So why do you think that is actually a situation whereby someone tells you how life is supposed to be or how you're supposed to be doing things? Why do you think that happens?
I don't know. Maybe they have the experience that I don't have, but I know we should listen to our elders because they have experience. But I think sometimes I tend to think that maybe in your time things were this way. But in this time, things are different. But you never know. It's a 50-50 guess.
Okay.
So to me, yeah, it's a 50-50 guess. I can't rely on something that happened in 1902 to happen in 2075. I don't know.
So are your song based on things that you've actually seen happen? They're thoughts that just come through your mind and then you jog them down and you hit the studio?
No, I don't like assuming.
Okay.
That's one of the things about me. I don't like assuming things. I like, because if you assume, you don't feel it. Like I said, let me assume you have 10 million. But if you have 10 million, you're like, oh, utakuwa unapiga tu makofi for no reason hapa. You see? But I don't assume. I go out there. I go somewhere, maybe in Jivanji, because I know Jivanji, just sit and just look at how people are living. You just see how people are walking. I can see the street kids. I can see the guy preaching out here. I can see people just lying on the grass. That's an inspiration to write a song. I can just say, okay, what's going in his mind? What's going in their mind? What's going in their mind? I can sometimes ask, like, how are you? How do you see this world is like? That's how I got to write Bahaya. Someone told me, this guy is, this world is like this. You know, you'll marry someone, and I don't know, this someone will leave you, and it's just like that.
Oh, yeah. Is it the same case with the song, gender-based violence? Is this something you saw or witnessed?
This is something, actually, the gender-based one is something deep than that.
Okay.
I had a friend, I'm not going to mention the name.
It's okay.
Who was actually abused by his spouse. Her spouse, sorry.
Okay.
And it actually came to a point that she was beating him thoroughly. No, this guy was a soft-spoken person, and he was the kind of guy who said, I don't hit women. I don't hit women. My mother taught me that how to treat a woman. Don't hit a woman.
Yeah.
So then he told me the story, and like, oh my goodness, I actually felt it, and I hadn't gone through that, but I actually felt it. So I told him, can I write a song from this? And he's like, yeah, sure, you can. And that's how I got to write that song.
So how are they right now? Have they fully recovered? What's the state?
No, actually, he's okay. He's fine now. He's actually fine. He's healthy. I mean, no, na vizuri sana. Nakula ka nini.
Okay. So we have comments here for you.
Okay.
MC Awikide anasema niko ndithni. Awikide sasa, we have missed you so much. Anasema huyo chali ako na sauti tamu sana. Uko na sauti tamu sana.
Taringa jameni.
Yeah, asante sana Awikide. Ian Josh anasema moto sana. Thank you so much Ian for always keeping it squared. Awikide tena ame-comment. I'm just coming from Dallas and I'm the one person to be alive. Good job Pinches and Caroline kama umechukua kazi. Okay. Hiyo ni kama ni personal. Awikide tutaongea baadaye. But welcome back to Kenya. Brad Ongota anasema niko ndani. Thank you so much Bradley for always keeping it squared. Hillary anasema tunawezeka request. Hillary, when you talk of kuweka request, what do you mean by that? Maybe you can just send a text up on notification button, yeah?
I think it's a song request.
Song request for you to perform.
I don't know. I can't assume. I don't know.
Hillary, hatutaki kuassume. If it's a song request you want and that's you to perform, eka hapo kwa comment section tutaipitia before tumalize. Peter Atemo anasema tuma salamu Hillary. Okay. Hiyo ni yao. Beatrice Patricia anasema moto sana. Thank you Beatrice Patricia. Brian Etole anasema ako locked. Karibu sana Brian to is squared, eh? Alpha anasema we are sorry for your past anyway. Yeah. He has said he doesn't take in sorries but amesema sorry for your past.
Oh.
Okay. Brian Ayunga, thank you so much for your comment. Anasema Angachi, big up fan over here. I love how you work hard to achieve what you want in life. I believe in you, bro. Karo unaweza. We, hebu msikue personal tena sana. Amesema big up.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah. Brad Ngota amesema Shoni Kali. Thank you so much, Brad. Situma anasema tuko locked watu wa Eastlands rapping. Yeah? tuna represent Islando hapa is squared na tuko na Angachi of course. Nancy Bansi anasema he has a great voice.
Thank you.
Leo
nitalala usiku kweli.
Utalala na gumboots.
Gumboots. Gumboots.
Asante Nancy.
Talala zangu za Christmas.
Umesikia atalala na viatu zake za Christmas. Thank you so much for that comment. Evans Nganga anasema hapo wanabana. Hapo wawa bana. Okay, anasema umeweza. I think something like that. Hapo wawa bana. Yeah.
Okay,
so I'll let you perform the next song.
Right.
And then I'll get back. Sit down.
Okay, no
take it away.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money. I heard it from my mama. Aliniambia binadamu si wa kutegemewa. Ni kama hayawani, ni kama hayawani. But daddy, I'm a big boy. I'm searching for a reason. I'm searching for the anchor to hold me down in this world. You taught me in this world. Ulienda kwa mganga
You are blessed. Uko na sauti, yeah? That song is good, yeah? It's a good.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you even more, yeah? Si bado utarudi squared, sio?
Inshallah,
Yeah.
inshallah.
Ukitoa ngoma wewe kuja urelease ngoma hapa, yeah?
Sawa.
But before we let you go, where can people find you on social media?
Angachi Omwitsa. ANGACHI Omwitsa OMWITSA on YouTube and Facebook. On Instagram, Angachi_97. Yeah.
One word for you. You are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimwili lakini unajua kimwili unajua.
You will get there. You'll get there. It takes time, but you will eventually get there. Yeah. And I think with their music, it will even come faster because it's something you're doing out of passion, out of love, and you enjoy doing it, and it gives you that safe space. So we hope you continue being you. Yeah. And
I'll always be me.
Yeah. And we continue. Uendelee kukua wewe ukiendelea kugrow, si ndio?
Inshallah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Angachi performing for the very first time here on E Squared. Remember, we are always live on YouTube at E_Square TV every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Right about now, I want to switch gears a little. Last week tuliwapeleka Italy na Basta Move. So leo tunawapeleka Tononoka. And High Pinches akona move anatufunza leo. So you guys need to get those dancing shoes. Get yourself space and let's break a leg together, yeah? Check this out.
Você vive só vai gostar. Tá bonito? Filma, mas não posta. Filma, mas não posta. Bebe, mas não droga. Bebe, mas não droga. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar. Cocô, 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 xê. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar. Assim, xê, assim, xê. Limagua.
Inakuwaje watu wangu wa nguvu? It's Basta Move o'clock again manze. Na leo tuko ndani ya Molem ama ukipenda specifically ndani ya Tononoka. Nataka kumeet crew fulani hapa hivi tujue wanafanya nini, si ndio? Come tuwacheki.
Hi, I'm Vintage from Some Legends Dance Crew and all the way from Molem, and I'd like to teach a tutorial of Afrobeat dance. Now the first step, we'll step right, return, go, then left. On the count 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next step, we'll turn our right leg 1. Then you swipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step. Then you stamp your leg. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then you jump to your right. You swipe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now you do it with energy. Energy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We'll step 1, 2. Then you raise. Yeah. You go 1, you return. 1, return. Then 1, 2, 3. You keep your legs on heels. Heels. You drop. You drop. Then you stand. From the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Fall, stand.
Você vive só, vai gostar. Tá bonito? Filma, mas não posta. Filma, mas não posta. Bebe, mas não droga. Bebe, mas não droga. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Cocô, 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 vale magoar, vale magoar. Vale magoar, vale magoar. Assim, che, limagua.
Thank you so much, Pinches, for that amazing dance. I hope you guys have broken a leg, not like breaking your leg literally, but you have enjoyed Basta Move. We always have that segment on our show every Saturday from 2 p.m. right here on YouTube at E_Square TV. And right now we want to get into the conversation. Remember, we are talking about keeping you healthy and fit the whole month of April. We talked about physical aspect. We focus on the nutritional bit. And today we are going to focus on the psychological and the emotional bit. And I'm joined by Brenda. Brenda is a counseling psychologist, and she's going to help us understand, once you find yourself in that state, how do you get out and how do you really get help, yeah? Thank you so much for joining our show, yeah?
Thank you, Caro. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for your time. I just I was enjoying the music, the rumba, and also like some of the other artists that have performed. So it's a good time to be here. So today I was just wanted to talk more about remaining sane in an insane world. Better. And so as I talk about that, just being aware of what's going on in the world, how crazy it's become. Vitu zinafanyika zenye mchizi. Leo asubuhi nilikuwa nikisoma hapo Mombasa, kulikuwa na mtu alishikwa na polisi. Alitiwa polisi juu kulikuwa na watu walikuwa kiona wasichana, akiingia na wasichana, it was a guy. Akiingia na wasichana lakini hawatoki. So they got concerned, wakaambia police. Police wakaenda wakavamiza hiyo place, wakaangalia, wakaona hakuna kitu. Hawaoni any of those ladies that were coming, but wakaona a big snake python. Okay. So wakiuliza huyo msee, hawa wasichana wote wamekuja hapa na watoki wameenda wapi? Anasema like apparently he used to like rape them, then anawapea kwa hiyo snake na wakula. So like crazy things are happening in this world, and it can be very hard to adjust na kujua what do I do to keep myself safe. And in the same way, there are also good things happening. but siku hizi unajua ukisikiza media mostly it's negative, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot going on, including at I don't know, like even globally, yeah? Ukisikia places ka Brazil, 3,000 people are dying a day because of COVID. Mara climate change, kuna mahali sijui Australia kuna chomeka, you know, those wildfires. Kenya kulikuwa na hizo rising lakes, watu wanakuwa displaced. Like recently, so many people have lost their jobs, COVID, sijui nini, watu wana scale down their businesses. So there's been a lot of crazy things zikifanyika kwa world, and it can be a bit harder to remain sane.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing me to share a few things that can keep us going strong and be able to overcome.
You're always welcome. And
Yeah.
before we learn how to be sane in an insane world, who is Brenda?
Okay, Brenda, I'm a counselor, a counseling psychologist in a hospital. So I work a lot with children, adolescents, and even adults, especially young adults who have faced challenges. So many times I will help people overcome emotional, social issues, and even mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, stress, bipolar. Yeah, so we just give psychosocial services, support. Yeah, I work as a counselor in a hospital.
Okay. Apart from being a counseling psychologist, what else does Brenda do?
Brenda enjoys music. When I was in campus, I used to dance actually. So kusikiza ngoma ni kitu napenda. Then also I enjoy poetry. I also used to write poetry back in the day. I have friends, or I also have family. More of an introvert, so this is a challenge for me. Si kila saa mtu ajiweke comfort zone, you get out of your space and learn to interact and help out where you can. Yeah,
So
reach
like,
more people.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So like you always wanted to be a counseling psychologist, or is it something that came in along the way?
Oh, I when I was younger, I had so many different things I wanted to do. Like there was a time I wanted to be an engineer, specifically agricultural engineer. I was good in math, so watu walikuwa wakiona tu nita end up nikifanya mahesabu like my dad. At some point, I also wanted to be a pilot. The thought of being in the air was good. Then baadaye, I think huko high school was when the thought of psychology came back, because I realized that I had a soft spot for one of my classmates who really used to get, she used to cry a lot in class. She used to be very social. Then in huko form 2, form 3, she changed. She became very withdrawn, akakuwa mtu wa kulialia. So it used to bother me. Like I used to wonder, like, what's up? How come she's not speaking? Ukimwongelesha, hataki kuongeleshwa. Then there was a time nilimpata huko tu kwa feel kwa peke yake akilia, and I didn't know what to do. So I was feeling like I wish I knew how to help her. Like I wish I knew what to say or do. So I just stayed with her, tukakaka, then juu hakuwa akitaka kuongea, tulikaka, then tukaenda kwa dorm, akaenda kwake. Later on, she recovered. She shared a bit, but I think just those questions of, what makes people get overwhelmed, how can I help? Then ilikuwa tu na maswali, how comes I'm different from other people? How comes other people are different? Issues of personality. I was like, nikakuwa too curious about human nature, how people behave. How come some people wakipitia shida huku tu sawa, wengine saa zingine si ulemewa, unaona? So I was wondering, what's all that, and how do I can I understand it? I was really curious. Curiosity made me do psychology. Yes.
Yeah, so talking of
They
psychology.
had to. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry about that. Talking of psychology, when someone tells you that you need to get your mental health checked, what exactly do they mean?
Well, it's just a hard word of saying just being aware of what you're thinking, feeling, and doing. So our mental health comprises thoughts, our emotions, behavior, which also sometimes affect our physical health. Na watu wakiwa na stress wanaumwa na kichwa, kosa usingizi, kosa appetite. So our thoughts, our emotions, and our behavior are very connected. So when you're doing mental health assessment, we focus on those three: way you're thinking, way you're feeling, and what you are doing. Yeah.
So, what leads someone to get to that state where they're not mentally fit? Yeah.
How many things? One of a major one would be life experiences. Maisha ikiwa ngumu, that can be hard, and the life experiences, negative life experiences, like maybe hata vitu kaa poverty, like unakosa food for a long time, at times can be a stressor. Everyone is different. What can make different people have different resilience. Kuna wenye ulemewa virahisi, kuna wenye ulemewa vibaya, and that doesn't mean one is weaker, one is they're just different, and it's okay. So yeah, for some things like lacking their needs, basic needs can be a source of stress. Issues to do with relationships can stress. Experiences such as trauma, being in a bad accident, watching someone get mugged or killed. A trauma can be a traumatic life experience can cause one to get to a space where they're not mentally. And also things to do with yeah, I had mentioned relationships, but it can also be a big one, especially the people near you, your inner circle. If there is a tension there in your family, with your close friends, if you don't have a place, a space, people that you connect with, that you feel value you, care about you, and you feel like you belong, like you ni moja wao, like you feel connected. So that can also be issue. Then even issues to do with esteem, kama uoni, like you don't feel like you're valuable we mwenyewe. Saa zingine inaweza kwa watu wengine wanaona we msi ako poa, lakini we uoni, like you don't see that in yourself. So even just lacking esteem, which not valuing yourself, then at times ni when you get disappointments, labda ulikuwa na hii goal, ulikuwa na hii target, you had this desire, nikiwa 25 nitakuwa nimefanya 1 2 3 4 5 unafika hiyo 25 nothing, unaona. So unaweza pata it can be an issue if you don't know how to be something that bring you down.
So there are a number of mental issues. So I think we can broaden down to 3 that I think most of our youth suffer from, but maybe mtu anajipatanga hiyo space ajuangi what exactly that is. So maybe if we start with personality disorders, how does one get to that state whereby you have a couple of personalities, and that I think is associated with dissociative identity disorder. So how does that one get to that point?
Okay, that's a good question. So I think the thing about psychology is there are different ways to do the same thing. There are different, let me say, causes. So sometimes part of it could be biological. Kuna watu ukicheck family line, they have a history of mental disorder, whether it's bipolar, whether it's personality. But now that you've focused more on personality, I would say that trauma, and also growing up in an unhealthy environment, a toxic environment, can make people become destabilized such because personality is built over time. So childhood experiences and also things to do with their biology really come into play. So they grow up in a toxic environment, and also maybe if they're predisposed, maybe their family history has some mental health problems, it's possible that you can do that. Among other things, maybe there are other things, but those two I know, childhood experience. And maybe as you grow up, you learn unhealthy ways of coping. Even the environment doesn't show you how to live life in an open way, in a positive. So you grow up with masks. Unajua ukiwa na huyu mtu kwa hivi huyu, so you even it becomes part of you. You grow into that way of living life. Because labda buda wako akikuja ni msee wa hasira, so unalearn. Unajua utapretend hivi ukiwa na huyu, mamako uko hivi, ukiwa it becomes something that can grow. Sometimes yeah, it could lead growing up in a bit of also biology, at times our brain chemistry can be different, but even that is subject. Those two stand out for me, but they could be more.
Is it actually possible to have a mental issue when your family, you've never had that family trauma, you don't have any past events zenye zinakukumbushanga what happened in the past, but you're there, you're stuck at that state?
Are we still talking about first?
No, no, general.
Generally,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, yes. I think there are many more things that can happen nowadays. You see, we are influenced by so many things, and if the things which influence us have a potential of affecting the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. So things like social media, like ile vitu una watch, zinaweza affect venye unaona life, venye una relate, yeah, the way you do things. Things like religion, unashaiona watu wameambiwa I don't know, sometime back, like cults, you can enter a cult, ina change tu venye unafikiria, venye unafanya vitu, unaona tu msee ako zone yake, like haelewi ako, doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
So at times anything that can influence you, be it religion, be it social media, be it your friends, your family, all those things can play a role in affecting the way you see life, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you relate. And hata hiyo social comparison nowadays with social media, unajua tunaona maisha vitu tofauti ya? Mtu anaona maisha yangu sika ile maisha au si alianza tu YouTube video na shahit ako na 1000 subscribers, at times unaona tu it's easy to compare yourself, and that also can bring you down. So things like comparison, religion, the messages you hear from your parents, your friends, they can also change the way you think and feel and behave. So now that's more of social, but now there's still the biological and now maybe other life experiences that you might have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a counseling psychologist, have you ever interacted with someone who had, let's talk of bulimia? Yeah, you're supposed to keep fit and you need to eat healthy. But in that case, you're not able, you eat, but you, in some way, you actually get out. Have you ever interacted with someone who had that case?
Yes, yes, I have. It was a while back, like 3 years ago. Yeah, it was, she was really thin. But yeye alikuwa akiona yeye ni mnono. But she liked athletics, wakipenda. She wanted to be more of an athletician, especially forget which sport, but she really liked athletics. So she would eat very little. At times she would throw up. And I think the thing for her, she's grown up with just the whole idea of wanting to look a certain way and being an athletic. Like her world was about me nataka kufanya looking this way and going for athletics. She was around 15. So at some point, I didn't finish the sessions with her because also sometimes unajua kuna venye you can see, like when you're with a patient, if I'm not able to help them change the way they think about themselves and others, I think kuna venye tu alikuwa amenijudge because mimi nilikuwa nikikaa niko obese kwake. So niliona hiyo ita work for her, so we referred her to someone else.
Okay.
On and off treatment, but it has been helpful. But many times when it comes to bulimia, body image, issues of how you see yourself is important. And at times we grow up believing that beauty is a certain way. Beauty ni kuwa wide, kwa yellow, rangi ya thao. Ama beauty is looking a certain way. So when your mind, when you believe that I have to look a certain way to be beautiful or to look good, that's what it takes. So I also have someone else I've been seeing. No, for her, she doesn't have bulimia, but she's been starving herself and anorexia, and she can't even look at herself in the mirror because she's like, no, I don't want to, like, haoni akiwa beautiful, aona like she's too big, and she's not, trust you. So so at times when you start thinking in a certain way, your mind can become fixed to that way of thinking, and it sees distorted images. Venye mi namuona si venye atajiona.
Yeah.
And she it becomes very hard for them to accept themselves, to enjoy life, to live a normal life when mentally, when you believe don't look good enough, or you have to look a certain way to to, to be good, to be accepted, to be presentable. So it starts with wrong thinking, a belief system that's wrong, that now eventually affects now even your body, because with time unajua mwili inazoyanga chenye unaipea, so even your body even gets used to that. So even when you eat, hata mwili inakata kula because mwili uzoea pia unaipea. So it becomes very hard to change, but yeah, people do recover as long as you get to the root issue. If it's a wrong thinking, helping them to think in a healthier way, in a more realistic way, so that they live life in reality, what is, and valuing it. Whatever you have is good. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking of self-esteem issues, and tukianza interview, we talked about some of the bad things that are happening, and I think that combined with self-esteem issues also brings in a lot of mental issues, especially these are mood disorders. You find someone falling into depression, there's stress, you don't know who to talk to, how to get yourself out there. So once you find yourself in that state, you are depressed, you have anxiety disorder, you have stress. How do you get out? Who is the right person to talk to?
Okay. So I think I believe prevention is better than cure. I always say it's good to notice when you're umeanza, you're getting overwhelmed, you're beginning to feel like it's too much before it gets to illness. Yeah, because you can have mental distress and not necessarily have depression, or not necessarily have anxiety, um, or any of these other conditions that may be there. Like at times, for some, especially the mood disorders, the ones that have to do with emotion, at times you can feel it coming. Huh? So before it gets to that extreme state, there are things you can do to help yourself. But I will also talk about what you can do if you feel like already I'm stuck and I think I might have a mental disorder. So maybe for preventing first, if because first of all, it's realizing that the situations we live in nowadays, especially now with COVID and all that, they are unusual situations. Huh? Yeah. So you being tense or worked up is actually expected. It's okay sometimes to get upset that youth wengi hawana jobs. Sometimes it's okay to acknowledge your emotion and the things that are bothering you. But sometimes when you do, it becomes easier now to deal with it. Kitu yenye hauconfront itashinda tu hapo. Nika uchafu iko mahali unaisukuma tu kwa kona, but you don't want to accept it's there and deal with it. But once you're like enyewe, hapo kuna uchafu, then now you begin to think of how you can work your way around it or find a solution if there is. So it's okay at times to get anxious, at times these emotions are not always bad. They become bad if they are prolonged. They become bad if you do nothing about it and it accumulates. It becomes bad when you feel like it has taken over your life. You're not able to live your normal life because of that feeling. So I think first is just recognizing that sometimes it's okay to have it. Don't shut it off. Kwa saa zingine mtu shut off emotion ama kitu nika ina pile. Unaona kama watu wenye wana piling hasira then siku moja wanalipuka. So at times it's good to acknowledge enyewe saizi saizi nimekasirika juu ya kitu, and for some ku acknowledge means talking about it, for others means writing about it, for others mean niyo tu kuketi chini tu na kufikiria enyewe venye maisha iko saizi maze inoma, just even if it's to acknowledge to yourself ama kuambia Mungu, whichever it is, but you facing the reality inside of you is important. so that isi build up. Then another thing is I think it's important to focus on, as much as kuna vitu kwa dunia zenye zinakaa tu chizi, that doesn't have to be my reality. Najua, this statement, watu walikuwa kimake fun of kitambo, you know, venye watu sema kwa ground vitu ni different. So ground, okay, kuna what is up there, then there's what's here. But in what's here in your life, kuna venye tu, as much as you have a small corner of life, hiyo kona ni yako, so you can make it what you want. You can make it what you want. So I think focusing on yourself, noticing, okay, this is what I have. This is what I have, my resources, these are my friends, these are my gifts, these are my, and noticing what you have and making it kujijenga. Like, I think I made an acronym for ground. So one is focusing on your own growth. The G stands for growth. It's just, what can I do to make myself better? What can I do to make my life better? And just doing that. And as you build yourself, it's also good. It makes you feel better when you do good. So, wewe ukiwa tu na so yako, hautaweza kupea msee mwingine so, lakini labda unaweza mpea 5 bob. Unaona? So, also doing good makes you feel good. Una feel, as much as there's so much bad in the world, mimi nimesaidia huyo msee mmoja, nimemnunulia ndizi, leo hatalala njaa. And you're doing good and it will make you feel good. You're doing something about your life, your ground yako, to make your life better, even though the environment sometimes is not as good. Then I think for our, sometimes it helps to reach out. Reach out, you can reach out for help. And reaching out means like connect with people. Saa zingine, as human beings, as much as kuna introverts, me being one of them, we like our own space. It helps when you're able to connect with people and share, just talk random things. It doesn't even have to be what's troubling you, but it helps to connect. To feel too poor, and sometimes it makes you deal with life better. Mm-hmm. You learn from each other, you grow from each other. Then, I think go out. I think going out, unajua saa zingine mtu anaweza kaa kwa kona kwa room ujisifilie tu oye, like, you know, jifungie. At times go out, and at times going out can be as simple as just taking a walk. Jitoe tu kwa room yako penye umejifungia, and take a walk and you'll feel lighter. Tu yo kutembea urudi jioni, uote jua kidogo, it helps. Hata it's been proven that that research has shown that places where hakunanga jua, like uko near the North Pole and South Pole, saa zingine jua inatokeanga like 1 hour in a day or 3 hours. Jua itokangi as much as huku. Like people who stay in such areas have higher rates of depression because they don't get to enjoy sunlight. So hiyo kutoka tu nje, unaota jua kidogo, unatembea, unarudi, it helps. Small things make a big difference sometimes in preventing, and also even in as you continue with finding solutions to mental illness. And then and focus on the now. Unajua saa zingine mtu anafikirianga jana kulikuwa hii mara sijui, unaona venye hao watu wali drown, ama ule msee alinifanyia nini, and then you can rehearse those things in your mind forever. For times ama ufikirie too much about the future. Future now inakuanga anxiety, like unafikiria sasa hata si, you know, nitatoa rent wapi, hii kitu inaenda wapi. At times we get overwhelmed thinking about the past and the future, but if you focus on the now, like saa hii nafanya hii, saa hii, like what is happening now, like I'm alive, I'm okay. Just saa zingine it helps just to remain focused on here, because bado niko, I'm alive, I'm okay. Kesho, you know, live one day at a time. Saa zingine you get so overwhelmed. What will happen? How will I get my, you know, how will I reach my 10 goals by 25? How will I reach my zile vitu nilifanywa nikiwa young? How will I ever get over that? But things when you just focus on what's going on now, what am I experiencing now, it helps you remain better and just doing what you can today, one day at a time, taking one day at a time. And the last one, D. You understand your uniqueness. Like jijue tu, like Unajua si kila mtu ako the same. So when you understand yourself, even the way we think, the way we, our beliefs, our values, hizo vitu zote zikuwa different. So at times it helps. Take time to know yourself, because the more you know yourself, the easier it is like use your strength. Because saa zingine saa zile ujijui ndo you'll keep comparing, you'll keep feeling empty. But when you take time to know yourself, discover your gifts and stuff, it becomes easier for you to appreciate yourself and also use that to your advantage. Ukijua niko na hii gift, mi huongea poa, by then naweza kuwa niki MC ama nikifanya hii kitu. Whatever it is, know your uniqueness and appreciate it. And also just, it helps. Then at times, for lack of time, disconnect from negative environments, toxic environments. If it's in your power, not just as zingine, it's not in our power, but at times if it's in your power, if you're in a toxic environment, if you're in a toxic relationship, and by toxic, I mean negative. Unajua, mi nikidate dem anashindanga tu akinicriticize, unaange kitu poa, anashindanga tu akini bring down. I always leave there feeling worse about myself. It's always about her. Like unaona tu ni pattern. Of course, as human beings, we make mistakes. Kila saa mtu atakuwa the good.
Yeah.
But kuna ile consistently negative, unaona yenyewe so if you're able to disconnect, because they drain you and they keep you from appreciating and moving forward in your own life. So kama ni job yenye inakubring low sana, unaona yenyewe boss anashindanga tu pressure, haoni chenye unafanya, na you always constantly feeling like empty. Unaona, like there's nothing good in you, there's nothing good around you. Jaribu kujitoa if possible, jitoa, so that you'll have peace of mind, so that you'll have joy. Yeah. So at times you also have to guard your environment. Mahali penye unafeel uko poa, unafeel uko, you're appreciated, you're noticed. Yeah, we are human, but at least unafeel like hakuna negative energy. Ushindi tu kuwa put down. Yeah.
So is therapist an assurance that someone will actually get better?
Yeah. So I answered part one of your question, how to prevent.
Yeah.
But now when it comes to how to help someone who feels like me, I already have a mental issue, even kufanya. So yes, therapy can help as one of the things. There are different types of therapy, different levels. Kuna na counseling psychologists, clinical psychologists. There are different approaches. So there's a lot out there. Ni venye tu maybe in Kenya it's not yet so known. So it does work, but it depends also with the approach and the person and the person's openness. Unajua ni kazi pia, the person also has to be willing to do inner work. Unajua saa zingine when it's hard to understand inner work, but there's a way, like ukikuja session utaambia ongele juu ya kitu. If you're not participating, if you're not part of the process, if you're not open to the fact that maybe this person could help, being open to the process, going through with it. So when you're open to it, you're more likely to help. And there are people who have recovered. I have ever counseled someone who had depression, and several actually, but there's one who is standing out. And it had reached a point she was even feeling suicidal, like she didn't feel the need to live. And one of the things maybe for her that was a trigger was now some of her childhood experiences, the fact that her mom died when she was young. She didn't really have a good relationship with the dad, but he also died, so she used to live with different uncles, and for her that was a problem because she felt like, where do I belong, and for her that was what was triggering the depression. And we were able to work through, but she did a lot of work also, like the things we would talk about or tell her to do. We tried them, and in the process she found her healing, and she was able to see herself and her life in a different way, and she recovered fully. And it's been 2 years and she's never come back, having gone back to depression. So it does work for some. And for others, there are different approaches. I think there's also group therapy, other things you can do if you feel you're really having a support group. At times, even spirituality, not all the time, if, but it can help for some. Because you see, spirituality also touches on our beliefs, the way we think and feel, and at times that can be source of just helping you to work through the difficulties you. Yeah, so spirituality, therapy. At times you may need to see a psychiatrist because at times for some people, their their be it anxiety or depression or stress or whatever it is, could be caused by, there's a biological aspect. At times our brain chemistry can affect how we feel. Yeah, because there's a part of the brain called the limbic system, which controls our emotion. So at times it could be physical, that brain yako produce enough of a substance. So sometimes medication helps. Yeah, so at times if you've had depression for a long time and you've tried other things, we always say, good, to just be seen by a psychiatrist. It doesn't mean you're going crazy or you'll always remain that way, that you have, at times people think, once you have a mental illness, you'll forever have it. No. At times they are very seasonal, and many people get affected by depression. Yeah, yeah. So many, very many, including me. Like there was a time I had but that was around 5 years back, and it's because I had a lot of losses around that time. So it can come for a time, but once you get your balance and you find your way out, you can get through and totally move on from that experience and that state.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you help someone?
Mm.
They have acknowledged they have depression. They've been in that space for some, let's say, years. They're not in a toxic environment. They got out of that toxic environment. They know who they are. They've tried therapy. It has not worked for them. But they still feel overwhelmed. Like all of the time, they don't know the right person to talk to. Is it because they're talking to the wrong people? How can you help someone like that?
Okay, I like that the person has been looking for ways out, a way to get better, a way to look for a solution. And I think that's really important. That's part of the healing journey, being open to, okay, what can I do to help myself? Rather than just allowing yourself to sink. So I think that's really good that they've looked for different avenues. I'd encourage seeing a psychiatrist, because if you've tried social ways, tried working on yourself, you've tried different approaches, yeah, look for a different one. Or it could be even a different approach to therapy, because as I'd mentioned, they're different and others are more intense than others. Others are more, yeah, there are different approaches. And at times the approach one person may use may not work. But if you use a different approach or a different therapist, work. So at times it's right fit. But since it's something that's been ongoing, I would also, yeah, it will help. It doesn't hurt. They're psychiatrists. A good one, they don't necessarily medicate. If they feel like yours is purely a psychological issue, there's no need for meds. Good psychiatrists won't give you medication. Just tell you, work on this area, and I feel like you will recover. Yeah, but if they feel like there's an extra element, um, they could also help you with meds for some time until you get to that space where you're stable.
Okay. Antidepressants do help, right?
Yes, they help with, I think, if you have depression, times they also use it. You're having like sleep disorders and things.
Yeah. Okay.
They do help, but you don't medicate yourself, because at times you can become dependent on a drug you don't need.
Yeah.
And we also don't want to encourage that, because now you see also when it comes to medications, they also have their side effects. used over a long period of time, na venye your body gets used to them, or they could even affect your kidneys. Just some of the components they're okay, but if they're used a lot, they become a bit your body. So pia, not good to get used to medicating yourself. It's good to get a prescription so that you have a balance. Yeah, you have a balance and you don't do harm your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So medication for someone who's depressed is the same as the one that is administered to someone who has anxiety disorder. Is it the same?
Not necessarily. There are different types. I wouldn't go deep into it because I'm not a psychiatrist, so I've not trained in it. But I know there are some which could work for me. But the dosage, like what amount, what degree, how many times, like depending on.
So why exactly is it important for me to have my mental health in check? Yeah.
As a human being, I think the most important part of is you are just not your physical you. For you to be healthy in a holistic way, every part of you needs to. So it's not just physical. Many times we think if you're physically okay, that's enough. Hizi zingine ni za kujiekea. Unaona? Unajitafutia. But saa zingine si hivyo. Saa zingine we just need to notice that we have more to us. There's more to me than my body. Otherwise, if it was just my body, at death, when someone's soul leaves their body, that's when we notice I am say Ayuko, because it wasn't just was that person who's speaking, that person who's thinking, that person who's laughing, that person who does things, and that's the inner you. The part of you we don't see is also the part which keeps you alive, which helps you grow. So it's important, very important, and it makes you live quality life. Like when the inner you is okay, it's easier for you to enjoy life to the full because you experiencing health in all areas. Yeah. And what separates one of the things that separates us as human beings and animals is the fact that me as Brenda or you as Carol, you can think, unaweza amka useme leo niende tenda nifanye 1 2 3 4. But an animal many times they don't have that aspect of kufikiria out of the box to come up with new ideas. It's through our ability to think and feel people have created houses. Unajua bado lions bado zina grace. Hazijawahi fikiria ati wanaweza jenga nyuma, unaona? Like our ability to think makes us powerful as human beings. Our ability to feel makes us powerful. That's why we take care of our own, we make sure people are okay. So our inner person is very important because it makes you and it makes you experience life to the full, and through it you can do such great things to make your own life and other people's lives better. But when you're stuck mentally, it can affect other aspects of your life, so you won't live up to your full potential. Yeah.
So before I get to the comments, 5 years later, you were in that space. So let's just say 5 years later right now. Do you ever find yourself getting back to that place you were in 5 years ago?
Yes, sometimes I remember. The good thing, I don't remember. You'll remember and you'll still feel what you felt, but it's not the same because I think I'm at a space where I think I healed. And one of the things that helps you know you healed is that it doesn't bring the same reaction as it used to. It's like a wound. Wound, gongwa, sana, like, but ikishapona, hata ukishika utasikia uchungu. Maybe it'll have a scar. Maybe it'll have a permanent reminder that, hey, by the way, nilikatwa na this. but it'll have healed. Ukishika utasikia. Unajua. So that's the space gratefully I am in, but it took a long time. But I am in now because now I can look back at, when my dad, grandmom, granddad died in a space of like 2 years and not get overwhelmed. I'll still feel sad. And sometimes I'll even find myself crying. But it won't stop me from living life, enjoying life, it won't stop me from being my best self. So it just as nitaionanga nakumbuka na feel hiyo time nilikuwa pabaya, but what a better speak.
Okay. Wow, that is nice. And yeah. Okay. So to the comments, Ian has a question. At what point do you know that you're not okay and you need counseling?
At the point where I'll start with physically, you start either you're not able to eat well, you're not able to sleep well, matatu ukishtuka usiku unaamka, una stay up the whole night, and you're not sick, physically. So if you're having difficulty sleeping, eating, even concentrating, unaambiwa kitu lakini umezone out, you find it hard to focus on something and read. If you feel like you're not yourself, like zile vitu unawezanga kufanya uwezi kufanya sasa, and you feel it's because emotionally una feel too overwhelmed ama kuna kitu iko off, yes, you can come for therapy. Sometimes for those other things, it could be something physical. Labda you have a physical problem as well. But usually, if you need therapy, if it's a mental issue or a mental health issue, it really affects your emotions. And also now, these are the normal things you do, you're not able to do. Okay? So at times for some people, they withdraw or attack around people, and usually there are social, or they become irritable. Watu mtu wa hasira kitu kidogo na kasirika, and that wasn't tonality. So behavior change is also a major one. Like unafanya vitu zenye uko ukifanya, that can also help by the way, something is off, you may need help. Behavior change and difficulty sleeping, eating, starting and finishing something, unatisha vitu sana, na unaona tu you're not there mentally, emotionally, you're in a different space. That can help you know that I may need help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ian, hope you've got that. And he also has another question. What can you say about these people who talk about what affects them to others just to feel relieved?
There are two ways to. It's good to talk. It's good to talk. And especially talking to people you trust. Because unajua saa zingine unaweza jianika sana. Yeah, it's good to talk, but also beware of, who am I talking to? Are they open to me sharing? Ama wanaona nawasumbua sasa. Yeah, because I know at times it can also feel like other people may feel like, anashindanga tu na mashida. Like, mashida. So at times, na hiyo una way to, like, this person I'm telling, is it someone I trust? First of all, someone I think has my best interest at heart. Like they care about me. So that's important so that you don't feel exposed, because some of the things you might want to share may not be something you might want everyone to know. So share with people you trust. Then also, and also like at times people might get overwhelmed, like, yeah, so they may see it as you have negative energy. So at times it's also good to do both ways. Yes, I talk to people, but also talk to people about the positive, talk to people about the good, so that it's balanced. But if you're not able to find that balance, maybe you need therapy. Maybe you need an extra help, someone who will listen to you and be able to understand, like mentally you're in that negative space and that's all you can see, and can help you reach that point where you notice the good. So you can either do therapy, but you can also be aware that, okay, what I'm sharing might drain other people. Do I really want to keep sharing it? But it's okay to share. And especially if you have those close friends or person, whether it's your parent, someone who mentors you, or someone, please do. If you trust them and you feel connected, it's a good way to recover from it. Yeah. So it shouldn't stop you, but notice who you're sharing with, and also how frequently you share.
As we wind up, is it possible for someone to have more than one mental issue?
Yes. Yes, it is. It is. It happens.
Okay.
It happens. It happens a lot, like depression and anxiety, or like bipolar and depression. At times, there are those illnesses which can go together, but usually there's the primary one. There's the one that caused the other one. There's the one that is dominating, but sasa hiyo ndo inafanya upate hii ingine.
Okay.
Yeah, whether it's one or two. It's possible and it happens. Yeah, but there's help for it. Is to overcome mental illness.
Okay. How do you get someone not to oversleep? Hizo mental issues like huyu mtu analala ile kulala analala hata si jokes. How do you help someone like that?
I think it starts with just having that conversation with them. Yeah, like I'll get to know like sleep. Is it just feeling sad? Pressure, it could be, I don't know. Hata labda walali, labda yeye anafikiria na pretend kulala, unaona? So it, no, what's up? Hizi unakanga kwa bed 15 hours.
Yeah.
At times it's a sign that someone is depressed. Maybe they hawana energy. Actually, one of the signs of depression is low energy. They don't have energy to do stuff. So I think I would talk to them, find out where it's coming from. So if it's depression, you can always tell them, hey, by the way, you can have them do something that they like. If people create a structure, like if the person is open to it, like create a routine, akue akijua, so that when they wake up, because at times when people are low, they feel empty. Hata wakumbuki ina. Like kila kitu iko hapo lakini haoni. But if they create like a routine, by the time anaenda kulala najiambia kesho nitafanya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So asubuhi ukimwamsha unamshow, hey, by the way, si leo ulikuwa umepanga kufanya, because now you've talked to them and you've agreed. So they are more likely to get more energy. And also, I think really severe depression just need. So at times we have in the medication, the antidepressants helps with energy. So you feel more energetic. Times maybe something that physically wanna feel out of their. So at times start with, of course, the practical things. So mwambie leo utadu nini. Then also avoid kulala late, because saa zingine we confuse our body with different time. The routine ya kulala so that they get more sleep. Inaweza kuwa anakosanga usingizi anaamka 12 na kuaweka hadi 5 ndo analala 5 ndo sasa ndo anasikia amechoka. So getting a routine for sleeping. And there could be other things, but those are the ones I can touch on now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming to our show and helping
you.
us stay sane in an insane world. Yeah.
All right. Welcome. Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed being here and listening to you.
Okay.
Hope we meet again.
Yeah, we will definitely.
Okay.
There you have it, guys. We have been educating you on how to get your psychological and your emotional bit fit, and we have helped you. I hope this conversation has helped you learn how to stay sane in an insane world, according to Brenda. And as for now, I want to invite our next artist of the day. We have amazing ladies who are going to blow your mind, and yeah, we just get to check them out and see what they can do, and then we'll have the conversation after the interview with Pinches. Yeah.
so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. Ooh, solo. Solo. Ooh, solo.
Shower you with presents, call me Santa. Think what you're thirsty, you can call me Fanta. All you ever needed in your life, I'm the substance. Then you call my name, I can pasta. That's for anything, it's a saka, haraka. Chilling in the winter and the summer. Now you got me singing in the shower. When you come around, it goes sour. I can be you now when you're after. You're freaking, you're gangster, you're slave and you're master. Ooh, it's everything you do. Got me feeling cool, got me feeling brand new. I can take a fall, get a shot for you. And they think it's crazy, but it's blame on you. Yeah, it's blame on you. Oh, yeah.
What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. Solo. Oh yeah, yeah, solo.
After long search, Captain, I'm a better treasure. Thing is a fight, nothing in the lesser. Okay, now we take it back. And the reason we'll check. It's okay, we just make it. Yeah.
What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. Yeah, solo. Yeah, yeah, solo. I will never leave you. I will never leave you. I will never leave you solo. Yeah, solo. So real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. What we have is so real, so true. I will always be there for you. Loyal, so loyal. I will never leave you solo. Yeah, solo. Ooh, solo. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll never leave you solo.
Wow. How are you?
I'm very fine.
Unajisikiaje kwa squared?
Nasikia vizuri sana.
What an amazing performance.
Thank you.
Hiyo ngoma ni tamu, ni deadly, nimeipenda.
Appreciate it.
So introduce yourselves kwanza, hata kabla tuingie kwa jina za usanii. I want to know you personally, yeah? So tutakuja hii side. So I want to know you personally, si ndio? Tuanze pande gani? Tuanze na wewe? Aya. Tuanze. How are you?
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
How are you?
I'm good. Tuambie unaitwa nani? To break your tension, si ndio? Yeah. Introduce yourself to this camera, tuambie who are you?
ID or the other names?
Jina tu official tu yenye uko kitambulisho
The official name is Anne, and Angie is like the other name. Yeah.
and
My official name is Masi Kalori,
Uh-huh.
but Kaloi is the performing name.
Kaloi.
Yes.
So officially mnajitaje?
OASIS.
OASIS.
Yes.
So when did this group come together? How did you start?
It's actually funny how we started.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the studio I was recording in it was Wasani Studios. It's there in Saika. So I go to the studio there's a certain music playing, and I'm like, this Chile has a voice, has a very deep alto that I like, that I've been looking for to work with. And I like asked the producer, mbona hamjaini show umse anakuanga hapa? How? Mnanikosea? Like how hamjani show umse ako hapa tufanye hata collab or something? And they're like, the same exact thing you're saying is what she said about your song. So I'm like, how about you do this? Siku anakuja, you tell me, nikuje. And that is how we met. Tukapatana on a certain session. Ilikuwa I think yake. Tukapatana kwa session yake, and then we knew each other, and we immediately vibed. Like she's like the opposite of me, but still the same.
The opposite, ukimaanisha the opposite, tabia zako kwani ziko aje? Sema opposite unajua tunakushuku.
Musically, she's an alto singer. She's more a slow vibe. She's a slow vibe, at the same time hyped. And I'm more of an emotional singer. I sing soap. Mi naimba soap ya juu kabisa. That is where I'm more comfortable, but I still sing other voices. But then you see, na find akini compliment. Like as mi naimba soap, ya naimba yo alto yake. Then fine, we harmonize. Nona. So she's like the yin to my yang.
So ukaingia studio, ukasikia muziki yake, akakubamba, ukasema unataka kumuona, and then akakuapproach.
Finally we met, and I was so happy. I was so excited, like nilikuwa naongoja forever, like to meet her. Her voice is amazing. So I was like, God, tukiweza shikana no day, manze, we can do something big. And like we talked about it for a while, lakini bado tuko sure, because unajua it's a band, it's serious. We can't just like start a band from nowhere. Lakini things started happening, and we're like, manze, you have not taken any steps in music. I'm not taking any steps. I'm good at what I do. I rap, you sing. Why not come together and do like something great, something unique, because you have listened to the song. It's very different. You expect a guy to be singing these lines, you know?
True.
All the time inakwanga the guys are expressing their feelings. Lakini nikaona because she's free, she's like a free spirit kama mimi, atakuwa courageous enough to take these steps, because tunaleta a very different vibe kwa music scene. And so we came together, started doing music, and it has been fun all the way through.
So how is the experience? Kwanza tuanze nayo, how is the experience working with her?
Oh, it's amazing, because we're not only bandmates, we're also friends. Alafu we vibe haraka. We get like ushipata mtu like hakuna kusumbuka. I like this, she likes it. Oh, we want this, and we just agree. Like iko perfect.
So after mepatana, you know, it's inakwanga very difficult for ladies working together. And like there are very few girl groups that tunajua hapa, ndio. So how do you guys get along? What is that different thing that you do when you get along?
First I'd say it's communication. Like she's talkative, I'm talkative. We get to talk about things. Like kama na feel hiki tu inaweza mkasirisha, because tunajuana, so I'm like, let's communicate. Alafu tujue nini iko poa. We go through with it.
Mnakuanga na cat fights?
Not
yet.
So far bado.
We have not thought about anything.
But tunajua zitakuja, but we are good.
You're good. So tell me about that music yenye mmeperform tu saizi.
Loyal. So Loyal. Okay.
It's I know it's your first song.
It's our first song,
And actually you uploaded it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
When was it?
Was it on Friday? Yeah, it's on Friday.
Ilikuwa Friday. So tell me about it.
So Loyal. Okay, I'll give my impression, and then she's a good explainer. Okay. Chance.
So Loyal is like, you see, of late, misjudge statistics zinasema nini currently, but most of the time wanashinda kusema the ladies, we're not giving our all. Like tuatupeani yote, tunajifungia ndani. Our yeses are no. So we are like trying to explain, we are down. If we are down for this, we are down. We are there to be loyal. Hadi mwisho. So if you love me the way you say you do, I will love you back exactly the same way. I'll be loyal to you till the end.
Na pia iko na humor pia. Hatutaki kuwa all serious, love and everything. Iko na some lines there's in at least kuchekesha once in a while, because music is all about entertainment. So we want to entertain you to one. Unasikiza ngoma and you get to laugh.
So I've let me go back kidogo. So have you ever wanted to do music when growing up? Ama when did you realize that unataka kufanya music?
Oh, when I was in high school. But haikuanga hata kuimba. I used to do like spoken word. And it's kuimba ni kidogo.
Unafanya spoken word?
Yeah.
Hadi sahi. Sijui nikurushe kwa shimo.
No. Itakuwa ya siku ingine. But yeah, since high school. Then after nimemaliza high school, now you know what happens. Unapata music scene iko so different than when you look imagine. So you start taking things slow. Yeah, so yeah, since high school.
What exactly brought about the transition kutoka kwa spoken word to music?
Oh, okay. This is a long one. Yeah, because unapata spoken word jija acceptiwa sana in our country. Wase wana take like mpaka kuna mtu ashaniambia spoken word ile tu kuongea. And I'm like, guys, hii ndo mnafikiria spoken word iko na a lot, unaona? So since I was good at singing, I was like, let's just mix this up. Niende nijaribu music, and one day maybe spoken word, if it starts coming up, we can try doing it with her, obvious, because I will also need her. Because I used to sing and do the spoken word. Now you know, at least we are 2 in 1.
Same.
Can do it.
Manpower imeongezeka.
Exactly.
So turudi kwako. Who comes up with maybe lyrics za wimbo, ideas of the music?
Okay, when I said we are compatible, we are like lyric compatible. So Angie, is a very good songwriter. She is very good songwriter. Mwamsha hata katikati usiku mwambia, by the Angie, niko na beat inafanya ta 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 ta. Can you write something? She'll write a whole song. Niweza ujaze melody. And me on the other side, I am very good with vocals because I've been doing it for a while. So vocally, we are just perfect.
So strength zako ni vocals?
Yeah, my strength is vocally, her strength is songwriting.
Nice. So I understand this is the first time una perform pamoja.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
How is the experience so far?
Amazing. Like I feel so comfortable because we are together. Ningekuwa peke yangu, I'd be shaking right now. Yeah.
So you're feeding off from energy yake.
From each other.
From each other.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you're doing. But there's something that naweza penda ku understand sana. You know, a lot of girl groups zenye ziko, they don't go far sana because of so many reasons ama so many distractions hapa katikati. So what do you think that mna intend kufanya differently, at least mstick kwa lane?
First of all, tunataka kukua like with the same aims. Unaona? Unapata so many ladies wako pamoja but they have different aims. Like si tunataka tukuwe na the same aim. Na hakuna kukaziana ati you can't do this ama nini. Because nikiona kuna potential more kuniliko, I shouldn't be nafaa nikuwe hapo. Inafaa like I take a break and support her. Because I don't know kama yeye ndo atakuja nisaidie. So I'm happy because tukiona yeye, it's all about that. Kama uko fiti mse siku moja akuja sema like anataka kukuino, I'm good with that. I'll support you all the way. I guess hiyo ndo mademu wengi ulak. Na kwa ile mtu anataka nani anataka kuenda and she wants to make it na tulianza pamoja. So I believe because we have that in common, hiyo ya kujengana. I think that's what like it's different about us.
So how would you describe your type of music? Like now I believe that now that mmeanza, now that you've just met and you're starting something, probably you have a specific genre of music yenye mnaweza kuwa mnataka, or if not, maybe mnaamua ku diversify into different ways.
Yeah, that's the thing. We want to like tusikuwe na like tuko limited, because to realize we are strong in both. We can do trap, we can do bongo, we can do local,
we can do trap.
Yeah, like, why not?
Like drill, ile hard drill.
Yes,
I believe so. Look forward because unajua ukai kufanya drill.
For real, why?
you no offense but unakam soft sana.
No. Face is lie manze.
Face is lie. Yeah, but tunabonga first impression ndio kila kitu.
No, nani lisa first impression,
not first misinterpretation, judgment. Like do not judge before you get to know what is inside there.
I'm surprised.
Okay, so so kuna topic yenye tumekuwa tukiongelea throughout this month. Tumekuwa tukiongelea nutrition, fitness na kila kitu, na specifically hii Saturday tunaongelea kuhusu mental health. Ndio, it's something that imekuwa ikiaffect sana young people, especially wenye kwa the creative scene. So naweza taka tu kujua, have you ever, any one of you, have you ever encountered kukuwa in such a situation you feel uko depressed ama uko stressed and you don't know what to do? How did you come out of it?
Me personally, it was back in 2018. As much as tangu ni grow up, sijai kuwa na any issue yenye kafanya nikafikiria sana. Not even school. Fine, I'm not that perfect in school, but haitanipea stress that much. But when I lost my dad in 2018, it became so much because I didn't have friends. Me, I was that kid, when we grew up, tulikuwa tunaketu kwa nyumba. Like tulikuwa tumezoea. So tulikuwa tumezoea just me and my sisters. Na bado me and my sisters, we won't talk that much. So unapata when my dad left, I have no one to like drain my negative energy through. So I would be sad, I would just keep quiet. And worst of all, I saw him like die. I was there with him when he passed away. So it was like even difficult. Juu kila msee akikuja ako like, by the way, what happened? What happened? I have to repeat the same scene, same trauma again. So every time it was hard. As much as wanasemanga ukiongelelea sana, it goes away. Sasa shida yangu ni naiongelelea, but I have no one who is really letting me confide into them. Wote napea tu story.
Yeah.
So how I got through it was through a friend who became a partner. But most of the time it was just music. I've learned to rely on music so much that it gives me so much peace. So me, I just feel at peace with music. I got through all of that with music. I would sing whenever I was sad. I would sing whenever I was happy. I would sing every single time. Like every time I feel ni kama my mind is about to zone into something deeper, I would sit down, sing something that would give me peace. And that way I would get through it.
Have you ever been in such a situation?
Me, I would say like pressure from music. Let's start there. Obviously, I believe like when you're an artist, acha ile ati you have just sung and people are like, hey, huyu ashaumoka or something.
Yeah.
Like especially sai, you know, every kid mwenye anaanza music, uko umetoka family gani, they always like have this, unataka kuimba, uko serious?
Yeah.
Haikangi like it's something serious, unaona? So unakuwa na a lot of challenges, especially if you're female, because uko like when ni dem, umeenda studio and maybe people might get a different impression, maybe si wimbo unataka kufanya or something like that.
Yeah.
But with time, after una push, I believe hakuna kitu rahisi. So with time you push, unaendelea na effort, I guess at the end of the day it just pays off. Yeah, you just have to be strong and like unakubali hakuna area ina challenges.
Now that you've brought it up, females wenye wamekuwa kwa industry before na probably hata wenye wako, not only in music but in the creative scene wamekuwa kicomplain sana.
Yeah.
They've been saying that sometimes they get misinterpreted for Kenya wanataka, and then sometimes they wanna end up kukua abused.
Yeah, it's true.
For favors and maybe for things.
100%.
Have you ever been in such a situation tangu mwanze, like on a personal level?
For me, thank God, nimepatana na very supportive people. Lakini sasa the problem is after tu mingia studio like unaelezea what you're here for, you know. I guess pia your mademu upata shida because unaenda hapo like because you have talent, una expect all the favors will be there for you. Na ukipata different impression, so unaanza kutumia different ways to get what you want, you know. So many like imekuwa always a dream, and I told her like the way females are suffering, me dream yangu inaweza kuwa one day like I just bring all the ladies and like just try to work out something. Say madem wales juu wanaogopa such challenges. Ikwe wako na free platform, unapata producer ni dem, msi ako comfortable na anawork na yeye, wase wanze kufunguka because unapata very different ladies wanaweza simama hapa ati ni kuimba or something. Maybe uwezi jua ni shyness or bado platform ijafunguka vizuri kwa female artists. Yeah.
Nice. Remember guys, if you're watching us, we are live on E_Square TV on YouTube. I wanna go into the comments nisikia wasa wanasemaje. We have Brad Ongata anasema bedha ametukumbusha rap battle iko. Someone mentioned hapa ni rapper. So toko tunaongelea hiyo rap battle iko. And then Beatrice Patricia anasema does she ever find herself drawn into emotions? I think she was asking. Sindio, and I think you responded to that. And then Antonio Situma anasema I love the melody. In the hardcore and softcore that brings a whole level of harmony. Hey, my friend. Sawa. Keep the comments coming, guys. Remember, we are hanging out with OASIS music, right? Yeah, they are here and they'll be performing their last track. But before we perform, kumekuwa na conversation yenye imekuwa iki revolve around sana social media about the creative scene, venye vitu zilifungwa, the COVID situation, performances, gigs. Now that nyinyi mmeingia tu kwa industry around yote yenye kitu happen, how is it for you guys?
Oh God.
Okay, it's very hard since our dream has always been to perform live. But since its opportunities were taken away, was perform in front of a live audience unless ni park and chill, like, and you can't afford park and chill. Like the guarantee of you calling people with their cars there to park and listen to you singing is minimal. So I guess kitu main inatujaribu inatutry in a different level. Like, can we survive in this industry minus live events, minus live gigs, minus all that?
Do
Like,
you think we can?
Actually, I think we can,
Yeah.
because we still have our social platforms. Shida tu ni Kenyans, and helping their artists socially on the social platform is a whole other level of challenges. Okay, ukifungwa gig, people will come. But ukieka song, tell them subscribe. People just go view. Subscription is on a minimal level, liking on a minimal level. So it becomes a whole other challenge again.
It's true.
Nice. Umesema watu wanapenda tu sherehe, wapendi kusubscribe.
Watu wanataka tu kudance.
Wanataka tu wapige sherehe.
Yes.
Na ikuwe ni hivyo. So thanks so much guys for coming. I've enjoyed every bit of you. I've enjoyed the experience of being with you here. I hope pia nyinyi mmependa platform yetu.
100%.
So I'm going to leave you to perform your last track.
No problem.
Inaitwaje?
Inaitwa Niko Solo.
Yeah?
Niko Solo.
Niko Solo.
Yeah.
Tell me something kidogo tu about it. Kidogo tu. Hiyo inakaa kuwa emotional sana. Niko Solo.
It's actually a song we have not yet released. It's going to premiere here.
Here?
Yeah.
For the first time?
Exactly.
On Islam's
Exclusive.
Expressions.
Yeah.
We are honored. Asanteni sana.
Yeah.
So I want to leave you to it. And then tutaongea, ndo?
No problem.
All right.
Thank you. No.
Nikikuona mina sita, my feelings mina ficha, na ndani mina lose control. Nimeona pia picha zako pale Insta, I know I gotta take it slow. Lakini bado nang'ang'ana hizi feelings kuzikana, sababu tukibonga najikuta nikisama, moyo unasimama natembea nikistaga, mina lose control.
So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziflow no more. Shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziflow no more.
So you beside of me, as long as I'm by your side.
Niko poa.
So you beside of me, as long as I'm by your side.
Niko poa.
Nikikuona na shanga, nikikuona na zuba,
Walai roho yangu
meiteka. Nikikuona mda unavocheka
unavofaa,
walai siku yangu meitenga. Cheki vile nimedress, nikuimpress. Still wanabaki wakicheka. Cheki nime freestyle, hadi nime rhyme. Walai usidhani na kuchota.
so shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziflow no more. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziflow no more.
So you beside of me, as long as I'm by your side.
Niko poa.
So you a wife of my slave, as long as I'm by your side.
Niko poa. Bila wewe niko so bored. Bila wewe niko so bored. Niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu haziflow no more. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so bored. So shikamoo, niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziflow no more.
Thank you.
Ebu hiyo line tu, hiyo chorus tu. Hiyo. Unajua it's good to take advantage of the situation, si ndio? Na wengine wetu kuimbiwa kidogo hivi. Ebu hiyo verse. So to assume tu, najua si mimi. Hiyo chorus si mimi naimbiwa, but hata tu assume juu niko hapa, si ndio? Haya ikuje.
So shikamani niko solo, bila wewe ngoma zangu ziko so boy. So shikamani niko solo, bila wewe line zangu haziko.
Wacha. Hii show itaendelea tukiendelea hivyo. Hii show tunaweza fungia hapo tukiendelea hivyo, but thank you very much. Manzeo, you guys can sing.
Thank you.
You guys are very talented. I wish you all the very best in each and everything that you do. In each and every stage yenye mnakanyaga. Success all the way, ndio?
Yeah.
So ndio kabla tufunge. Nataka uangalie kamera gani ya director? Angalia hapa. Ama acha tutumie hii, ndio? Nataka mtu ambie all your social media platforms mali tunaweza wapata. Maybe physical addresses, studio locations mali watu wanaweza kumkurecord. If people wanataka collab na nyinyi, si ndio? Talk to your fans. Waambie kitu.
Oh yeah, by the way, before I explain our social media fans, I'd love to big up the people pushed us here. Game Nation Music family. They have really pushed us hadi hapa.
Thank you.
The whole crew is just amazing, and CS is just amazing.
You guys know CS?
Yes.
Nice.
So he's the one who linked us here. He's the one who made us know you guys. So our Instagram is OASIS Music 9. Our YouTube is OASIS.
And on Facebook too, OASIS the same. And to everyone who's subscribing, please continue subscribing. New music coming up, and we are not going to disappoint you. Please subscribe. And like our studio, like it's in our Game Nation, you can come, and their beats are amazing, and they are good people, and you will enjoy the session. I swear to you guys.
Thank you very much. Ningetaka sana tuendelee na hii session lakini. Check msikuwe na hiyo roho. Ningetaka sana muendelee na hii session. Sawa. Asanteni sana. So
thank you.
Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next time. Sindo?
No problem.
All right. Hizo mtenda tunazo. Caroline.
Yes.
Welcome back. Umesikiaje performance?
Niko solo.
Unajua nimechanganyishwa hadi sasa nasema tu vitu zangu.
It's fine. Inaeleweka. They are pretty, the voices are amazing, the song is good.
They've done a good job.
Yeah.
So, tufunge kitu ama?
Yeah, that's all we have for today, guys. It has been amazing hanging out with you guys right here on Eastland Expressions every Saturday from 2 p.m. on YouTube at E_Square TV. Remember to subscribe to our channel, guys. It means a lot so much because we always be here for you guys. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without the amazing band, Black Boy Band. Thank you guys so much for always keeping it squared. And tunataka kuacha na kitu moto sana. You guys remember Angachi, right? He was our first artist of the day. So he's coming back to wind up the show with a Susanna cover ya Sauti Sol.
Okay.
And I'm hoping you guys are going to have fun, enjoy, and always thank you so much for keeping it squared. See you next week.
Same place.
Same place.
I've been your host, Pinches the Entertainer.
And my name is Caroline Atieno. And before we leave, kumbukeni Rabatole next week, manze. If you think you have buzz, if you think you can set the pace for the other rubbers, we are waiting for you guys. We'll communicate the date by the beginning of next week.
Yeah.
But leta game yako manze. Hii trophy haiendi tu hivyo, sindo? Yeah.
Kweli.
Thank you so much for keeping it squared. Until next time, have a lovely evening.
Adios.
pesa kabarikiwa, mwanaume hisia, pesa ni majaliwa, ina wengi nenyemwa hisia, pesa kabarikiwa, na kuona Paris, hapo kanda ya Champs-Élysées, ukipesa na kamini none of my business, and I see you in China, with the latest designer, changing what you Dr. gave, on your experience is on our game. Hello, 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 if you get to hear this call, somebody loves you, say hello, 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 change your mind and come back home.
Somebody loves you.
I said tena kosa usingizi kukujua ninajua. I said kidini moyoni bado hewa nizuzua. When are you coming home, say tell me are you on your way? Tukuba tukipendana, kiroho na Julie. I said tena kosa usingizi kukujua ninajua. I said kidini moyoni bado hewa nizuzua. When are you coming home, say tell me are you on your way? Tukuba tukipendana,
Kiroho na Julie.
I said my
Hello, hello, hello. You got to hear this song. Somebody loves you. Hello, hello, hello. Change your mind and come back home. Somebody loves you. Hello, hello, hello. If you got to hear this song, somebody loves you.
somebody like